What's going on, y'all? So I figured I would start this episode of the vlog at the track, leaving off at the end of Sunday, or the start of Sunday. I'm gonna call it quits for the weekend. It's been rough. So came to the track and the car was still having cutout issues up top. So I looked at the cam signal and it was dropping out. So I said, okay, it's gotta be the distributor. Took the OEM GSR one out, and then I had an LS one. I lopped one of the ears off to get it to fit, and I attached it. It only had one bolt. So I got a long bolt, ran it through, got a lock nut on the other side of it to make sure it doesn't fall out or anything. And then I wouldn't strip the cam cap as well. So the new distributor was in, the car ran great. Testing went well. Jackie gave me some pointers on how to go faster, so thank you, Jackie, for that. And it was a good Friday for the most part. Distributor was in, car ran great. Saturday, some problems started occurring, so ran practice, car ran good. It died in hot pit. Thought the motor spun a bearing because it just died and it was cranking really slow. And I had earplugs in, I couldn't tell if it spun a bearing in hot pit with low oil pressure, right? So bring it back in, get the battery on a jumper. Turns out the alternator died. Okay, so when we're changing the alternator out, we find out the ring terminal for the alternator had broken off and was basically shorting the post for the alternator for like probably 2 years, because the car would only charge to 12.7 volts when it was running. So tried to fix the post in the alternator and it snapped off. So pulled the alternator, put a new one from Alex. It was a Reman one. And thank you, Alex, for that, by the way. And so put it in and it's not working. Doesn't charge the battery. So Alex again had spare parts. He had another battery, so he gives me his battery, and I go out and qualifying on a battery. First lap that I get is dirty, just traffic. I get a 134, so a position 4 out of 11 cars or something like that. Then on the next lap, we're going through turn 4. A Miata spins in front of me. He's kind of sliding straight, so I aim at to go around him because, you know, he's sliding straight, and then I think he started rolling back. I have to review the footage, but yeah, we made contact. Took out the right rear of the car, so the body's damaged, which I really don't care about, but the alignment was way out. So they bring it into paddock. The toe is at an inch out in the rear now. So I'm like, okay, great. So then Jim Tremontano had picked up parts for Alex. He picked up trailing arms. And so luckily he had the trailing arms, and so Alex says, I have trailing arms, and so this is great. So he brings me the trailing arms over, we drill it out for the spherical bearings, get it all assembled, get the new hub on, it's all ready to go, right? Then put the car on the ground, it's still out, the alignment's still out, the trailing arm helped 4/16 or so. So we set the alignment to the best we can using toe plates. We didn't even string the car up in the rear, so the thrust angle might have been different. And then I go out for the race, starting in P4, make my way up to third off the start, and then 2 laps in, I get around Lenny Hong, who's in second. Now I'm chasing down Lee in first place, chasing. Car felt really good, little loose, but nothing I couldn't handle. I enjoyed it. It probably would have, changed the shock a little bit in the rear, or maybe softened up the bar by 1 hole on one side. And then the car just dies on the front straight, loses all power, key on, key off, kill switch on, kill switch off, just loses power, not working. Okay. They tow the car in, find out that the battery fuse blew. I was very happy at the end of that race because it was a good race, even though, I got my start for championships, and then even though it died, it was a good race up until then, so I got some great footage I'm going to upload. And I'm in the process of doing that at the track right now. And then, so put a new battery fuse in, blows it immediately. Okay. Disconnect the alternator, jumper the fuse terminals, car's running, driving fine, like, all right, so it's got to be the alternator's internally shorted. Take the alternator off, put a new one on from a JDM motor that Lee had, Jay dropped a valve in one of his motors and blew up. So then we get the JDM alternator on. The car runs without alternator disconnected. With the alternator connected, the wire bridging the battery fuse is still getting hot. We don't know why. So there's a short somewhere. We can't figure it out. So I'm fucking broken at this point. You know, I'm like, it's like 12 a.m. I'm like, I need to go to bed. I'm just so tired. So I wake up in the morning, get a cup of coffee. You know, here we are. Start looking at the car, and now it doesn't get any power. So like, key on to the accessory, literally no power, nothing. Check the ignition switch is fine. Check the kill switch is receiving and sending power. Check the battery has 12.8 volts. Check the grounds are all attached. Grounds have continuity. Check the wire from the alternator to the fuse box has continuity. Replace the fuse box to new fuse box, nothing happens. Put the old fuse box back in, nothing happens. Go under the dash. Zephyr says it's getting 5 volts somewhere as opposed to 12 volts when it should be. Can't see any broken wires, nothing. So I'm really pissed off and frustrated. The car is great. It feels, chassis setup wise, it feels amazing, and there's still room to grow for that car, and for myself as a driver as well, of course, always. And you know, we reset the track record on Saturday, so we'll see if Lee resets that again. He might. That would kind of break me even further, to be honest with you, because at least I had the track record. But we're going to. I'm going to pack it up today. I've had enough. I'm going to tell Susan and the people at registration that, you know, I'm done for today. I want the credit. I'm going to apply the credit to another event, probably in August with NAS Northeast, and there's no way I'm going to make points at all to win this season for regional, so I'm bowing out for Lime Rock. What's up, man? I'm gonna let Lee win that, and then yeah, we're done. So anyway, if I get back in the garage and decide to update the vlog, let you guys know. Stay tuned. What's up, y'all? So I'm back home. Loaded the car on the trailer with the help of Jackie and Alex, and I think Otto was there, and I think Stu. And yeah, towed it home. Nathan Bookbinder gave me a gas can. He wanted to get rid of them because he had the wrong colors. I don't care what color they are as long as they can hold gas, because I'm only using it for my race cars anyway. So me and Pidgey are hanging out right now. I'm watching the race. It looks like I might get to keep my track record, which is pretty cool. But I just wanted to thank everyone who supported me at the track, and like people who like root for me and stuff, and that's pretty cool. So I really appreciate that. You know, it wouldn't be possible to do as well as I do at these events if it weren't for the amazing people at the events, you know, like Alex Herman giving me a trailing arm for the car, and then Phil Albertson helping me align the car, Rick Myers helping me source a bearing puller tool, Leland Wambolt, one of my fiercest competitors, helping me fix the car, helping me diagnose and troubleshoot things, Bookbinder for, you know, lending me parts and helping me with electrical work, Mike, Lee's friend, for helping me look at the car, Zephyr for helping me look at the car. I helped a lot of people too. Thank you, Sam Pickford, as well. He showed up, was doing DE in his Mustang, and very generous guy. And I was helping people too, giving people tools and helping them work on their cars, helping them figure out car setup. So it was nice. You know, it's nice. The paddock is always a warm and welcoming place. And Jackie Andrews, of course, my coach. So tough weekend, but yeah. So my buddy Ben D'Angeli, he works on Hondas a lot. He used to work at one of the performance shops in the like Philadelphia area, and now he works at a different one. It's upper echelon, like a higher end performance shop. So he's going to be looking at my car. I'm going to tow it up to PA tomorrow, and yeah, it should all be good. So thanks for watching, y'all. I'm hanging out with Pidgey, my son. Step up, buddy. He and I, we're just hanging out.